Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. The webinar is going today be presented by Karla and by Michael Theophanous, and we will tell you about how you can save energy and how you can remotely control a system based on ProDVX with NETIO. So for the ones for whom the GoToWebinar is new tool, please bear in mind that you can ask us questions. Only administrators can read the questions. I will be your administrator for today, and all your questions I will direct to the right person, and we will see if we will be answering questions in between, during the presentation, or after. And there is also a chat. You can choose if you communicate to all the audience or you communicate to us only, totally up to you. And there will be also some prizes given away. And well, listen very well to the presentations, because Michael Theophanous will be handing out prizes, and Karla will be handing out prizes, and it will be given to the ones who will be the very first ones to answer their questions in the end of their presentations. So we are looking forward to this wonderful webinar. And again, any questions whatsoever, please ask me. I'm your administrator. I will be silent at the background in between, but I'm always there for you. Thank you, guys, and enjoy the presentation.
Thank you, Natalia. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael Theophanous from ProDVX. I'm the sales manager. I will start this webinar and give you a small tour in terms of the ProDVX for the ones that don't know us, and I will just give you a small view about the products we have, where a combination with NETIO products can give you the energy saving and the remote control. After me would be Karla, where we'll hand over the presentation to her, and we'll just go more a little bit deep in the material of what is the energy saving with the NETIO products, and also where you can use that in special applications or cases. Moving forward, who is ProDVX? ProDVX is a Dutch company where we've been established and founded back in 2004, where in 2011 it just go independently in the market with the ProDVX name. Since that, we're now more than 10 years in the market, and we have done a lot of milestone in the last 10-15 years. What we have achieved is that we become the Android specialist, as we're telling us. We are specialists in the small sizes of the screens from 7 until 22 inches, and we have also some other products in the 32 inches as well. Moving forward, where our products can fit in which markets and which solutions. There is some verticals here where we are very dedicated and we are very strong in there. And also, if you can see here, then Karla later on with NETIO products will tell you a little bit more. Is you can see there is the corporate, education, healthcare, retail, and hospitality as well. What kind of solutions? Digital signage. Digital signage is a really wide one, and also moving forward, then you're having the self-service kiosk, the winding, finding, and point of sales, because nowadays it becomes more and more interesting for people having their own wayfinding solutions to point of sales. Moving to the next slide, what I would like to tell you a little bit more deep in our product. As you can see from this slide, you see that we pay attention to each detail. It's not because customer only ask it, it's because it's the DNA of the company, where each detail counts, where brings as a result the high quality and the long-term support of the product. So you can see here, for example, we have the 3 BOGO pins. We have especially locks for the power cable and the standard bezel mounts. To the next slide, what I would like to give you a short overview of the products. And I will not go very deep in the technical, because that is not the purpose of this webinar. The purpose is to explain to you here that reliability, it will come effort together with NETIO, it results of saving the energy and allow you the remote control. Then we have here some other product range where we have like the ultra-wide signage, displays, and even the Android box PCs. Then that is another important because some of the customers and we all of us, we know that the needs of each one, they are not the same. Some of them, they requested to be in a kiosk. Some of them, they want to be the portrait, landscape, even on a table. And that is where the reliability comes on the ProDVX products. Now, last but not least, with a variety of the standard accessories we offer, we give the possibility with a solution together with NETIO. You can have it as a desk stand, you can have it wall mount bracket, or even in a floor stand with the different variations of your existing location. And because I believe that the most important thing in that webinar and today is to understand a little bit more how the solution of the NETIO product together with the ProDVX Android Panel PC can give you and explain to you the solution of the energy savings. I would like now to thank you, and at the end of this webinar, what I will do to keep you a little bit interesting, I will hand over this nice goodie bag where I will have 2 challenging questions in regards of the presentation what I give. Now, I would like to ask Karla to take it over and explain a little bit more about the NETIO solution. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. That was a very nice start of the presentation.
I will now pass over the floor to Karla.
Perfect. You can see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen, Karla.
Perfect. Okay, so Michael gave you a little overview of ProDVX. I will tell you a little bit more about NETIO. I am the sales director in NETIO, and generally we are based in Czech Republic, and we produce all of our products here close to Prague, and we are focused to B2B business. I think it's very rare for us that we go any different direction. And what we make are controlled network power sockets. There is not a big range of the power sockets that we show you. So I think that will be easy if you start with one and you can basically put all of the features to all of the rest of them. And what do you do with these power sockets? So basically you can control them over LAN or Wi-Fi, and we can switch every output on them on and off. And we can also meter the energy consumption on some of the products. The switching of this power can be from different locations. That's why we are talking about remote power management. One of them is the web interface, which is the standard case. Second thing is a mobile app. Mobile app is actually connected a lot to the ProDVX case because we install our mobile app on their Android panels, where you can then choose how you will control them further. And there is NETIO Cloud, where we offer additional service to control any device connected to NETIO power socket from somewhere else, wherever you would like. And then additionally, there are some additional industrial features. We have a big temperature range on the products. There is security. We have open API, which is quite an important part of the remote control for you, but I will talk about it a little bit later. So this is our product range. We have products that start with 1 output up to 8 outputs. All you need to choose is how many outputs you need. Do you need switching only or also metering on different outputs, or what kind of socket type you need? Because we can offer something that is, let's say, computer socket is C13, C14, or standard socket terminal blocks and so on. Basically, you choose and you take for the product or project what you need. Very nice thing here is, as I said, all of the products have more or less the same features. So once you learn what you can do on one, you can do on the rest of them as well. And now we are coming to this part of the power saving. So how are our products unique? We have very low self-consumption on NETIO devices, which means that, for example, if you switch off some bigger machine that you connect to NETIO, or some kiosk, vending machine, and so on, even though when you switch them off, they're still pulling the power. With NETIO, when you switch everything off that is connected to it, the power consumption is pretty low. It's 1 to 2 watts, depending on how big our product is. And it can save a lot of money during the year. We just had a use case last week where we calculated, and the difference between us and a competitor was like saving 500 to 1,000 euros per year for a smaller project. Which was under 100 devices. So I think when you buy something that you want to last for 5-10 years, and you have a bigger number of devices, it really comes to a nice amount when it comes to energy. We have a lot of other features that will help you with energy savings, like scheduler, where you switch off everything in certain times, but I will show you this on the use case. And then we have very nice things for remote control. As mentioned, the cloud, open APIs, there is Watchdog if you want to automate certain things, power up sequence, etc. But I think it's nicer to see it when I show you the case. So why should you control these outputs remotely? There is a list of things that can help you. You can choose one, you can choose all of them if you want to like adjust it to your project. So first of all, you save the time for traveling to a location and back. Sometimes the location is within the same building. Sometimes you have a project that is around the whole country. You save the money on fuel. You save the money on the person who needs to go to the location and back. You save their time. Very important is to preserve the environment as well, because if you're not using the bike, and in most cases you're not, then you're also saving the CO2. You're saving the electricity with the automation, as I mentioned, the scheduler, where you're switching off certain devices that don't have to be used in certain times. You can control outputs that are in inaccessible locations. Sometimes you have like a bigger projector hanging from the screen, from the ceiling. You cannot reach it. You don't want to send someone to the other side. Or you have some shelves in museums, let's say, where the products are hidden behind the shelf. So to open it, you have to bring someone to try to open this and then click on and off. And this will help you, especially in connection to ProDVX panel, where you can just type on and off. And then you speed up your processes with power up sequence, scheduler, watchdog, and so on. So as you notice, we are mostly focused on remote control and restarting in many different ways. ProDVX makes it more simple. And then additionally, we also make drivers for different audio video softwares like Crestron or BrightSign, and you can control your products from there, from your software that you need to use. In this case, we made some kind of integration, let's call it integration, with ProDVX hardware. And then you can connect it with other softwares you're using in the company. And one part of our sales, let's say, is the power analysis, where you can, based on the power consumption, control your outputs. This I just wanted to list to see that you see the open APIs that we have on the product. So they're on all the products depending on which type of software you want to connect to. So you can choose, and we will be also coming with HTTPS by the end of the year on all of the products. The last thing before I show you the use case is the mobile app, which is usually installed on ProDVX panels, but I will not talk too much about it because my colleague later on will explain you how it works in real life when you can click and play. So the most important part. One of the most usual cases is at the museums. Both ProDVX and us at NETIO are very often installed at museums. And we at NETIO, we are usually connected to a lot of IT and AV equipment. And to save the energy, what we do, we have set up a scheduler on all of the outputs, and we switch them off during the night. This is quite often a use case. So everyone goes away, you have automatic off, and in the morning, you have everything back on before everyone comes to the office, to the exhibitions, and so on. This is saving the energy and saving the time for the, let's say, going and clicking on. What is also good is that we have power up sequence here. So when you turn everything on, you don't turn everything on, but you can set up power delay. So you have the sockets turning themselves on one by one. So you can start with the router, continue, I don't know, with amplifiers or anything else that you need. Yeah. Then NETIO mobile app 2, we install it on ProDVX Android Panel PC. It looks like this photo, basically. And you have an overview of all of the outputs that are connected to NETIO. You can also group them, put them to locations, and so on. So in this case, ProDVX panel will help you with a couple of things. First, when the equipment is inaccessible, like I already mentioned, it's somewhere behind something, on the ceiling, too far, and so on. You can just click on and off on ProDVX Android Panel PC, and it's restarted off or on. Sometimes you have to turn off some equipment for a certain time. You can do it here. Then if you set up the scheduler, and then one day you have additional event, you have to stay longer, you have certain people coming that you want them to show them something, the scheduler will anyway switch everything off. So you need something to stop it. So you can click turn the scheduler off on the panel with a fast click. And the last thing, very common, is when you just need to restart something. You all know that the technology is not so reliable all the time, so just a quick restart is all you need. And you can control it all on the same LAN, but there is another possibility to control all of these outputs from cloud, from the mobile app. So our cloud is just like an additional service that I mentioned. It is not something you have to use. It is paid service. That's why I'm saying it is not mandatory. You get a welcome credit, so you can test it out for a couple of months up to a year, depending which plan you choose. And then you have multiple user roles, groupings, filtering, and so on. But this mostly helps you if you want to restart something from comfort of your home, if you travel to another country because you had a dealer meeting, if you needed to, I don't know, pick up your daughter at school and something happened, and you can do it from your phone, from your laptop, or anything like that. So in this case, NETIO Cloud can be used. This type of solution it's not only for museums. We have many cases where we overlap, and we are both used. So both ProDVX and NETIO, like in corporate, in retail a lot, especially digital signage, like for the kiosks, for any big screens in the supermarkets. Then cinemas, healthcare as well, especially laboratories, universities, and maybe the last thing that came was some kind of warehouses. You can imagine that there it's a little bit harder to reach certain things that you need. And the last thing from me is also the last use case, which is the other way around. Let's say it like that, where we as NETIO, we are restarting ProDVX panels. So this is the case. Let's say that to ensure proper functioning, sometimes you like to restart your equipment. This can be as an example in a shopping mall or in a supermarket. So we regularly restart all the office equipment or the equipment that is all the, like, let's say, back equipment, IT equipment in different locations. And usually if we switch something off, we do it with a sequence, as I told you. So in this case, also the ProDVX panel comes as one of them in the sequence that can be switched on, let's say, I don't know, after 3 minutes of the first thing that was on. Another thing, when there is a power outage on certain location and power comes back on, we have something called power up state, and you can then leave the ProDVX panel in a desirable state after the power comes back on. So sometimes you want the screen to be off because you need to check certain things, etc. And sometimes you really need it to be back on. So you can choose in which state it will be. It can also be in the same state as it was before the power outage. This is another thing. And the third, quite important, is that we can read the power consumption of the screen of the panel, and if the power consumption drops too low because it's in idle mode or something happened, we automatically restart it with a power watchdog, or if it doesn't respond to pings, we restart it as well, and it's back on. And you can do it like this, automated. You can do it over cloud or through your own system through Open API. So from your home, from your office remotely, saving all that we mentioned to save, including the energy. And that is basically all from me. Now Bretislav from NETIO will take over, and he will show a little bit more how it works in real life and how to do the installation.
Hello everybody, I hope you hear me. So Karla, please confirm that everything is set up.
Yes.
Perfect. So, as Karla said, just the last use case in the ProDVX, it's also like just basic scheduling of the panels or some system. So it's like basic use, and additionally you can have a remote control and these power up sequences and so on. So because we are like controlling the power of the electronic appliance, it can be done in the end with all the system, including the displays. But I would like to demonstrate you, let's say, some live demo, and we can cooperate together. So you can also open our cloud and do something what you will see on my webcam. Natalia, can you share my screen somehow? Can you allow me to share my screen? Because I would like to introduce it by the Natalia Cloud interface, and then
Bretislav, do you see the introduction to share the screen?
I'm trying, but not much.
Okay.
Now, yeah, now Probably slow internet. Okay. So, do you see the screen?
Yes.
Audience? Yeah, you should. So you should see NETIO Cloud. So that's something what is our user interface. I will log out to be able to see where you can find it. And for the guests or the people who are watching us, you can open the website by the URL address cloud.netio/products.com, or shorter version cloud.netio.eu. Or if you don't remember it, you can go to our website and in products, you can click directly from the product NETIO Cloud to visit NETIO Cloud, and you will get to the same page. And you can open it, and we have like demo account. So if you log in with demo account, it's demo@netio.eu, and as a password put the demo. I will show you. So it's like this. You can log in and be logged as a standard user. I've prepared some group for this showcase, this webinar, and if you open the part, let's say ProDVX NETIO webinar 2023, you see one device. This device is something what I have on my table. And now I will switch the camera now, so you will not see me, but you will see the showcase. And yeah, so now you should see like the live demo of one of our devices, and the ProDVX 10-inch Android tablet with installed mobile app application on it. And first point what I want to say is that everything is connected, so it can be used by different ways. You as a manager of some technical solution, you can have remote access over the NETIO Cloud. So that means at this moment I will just switch on the green one light, and it's switched on. Yeah. So that's first point. And you saw also that there is like mobile app on the panel, and the status of the output one at this moment is output one in hall one. I'm not sure if you are able to see it because the detail isn't so good, but the main point is that you can see the status is synchronized. So the main NETIO Cloud can be used as the remote access to the device, to switching something, manage the device, disable schedule as Karla said before. And this panel with the mobile app can be used for some local control, because what I can do, I can by clicking this output switch it immediately off back. And both of these devices, or let's say devices, the server, NETIO Cloud, and your web browser, and even this panel with the mobile app is connected to the same application. And it can be used as a two ways how to control. Why to do that? You as an administrator, you want to have everything under control, remote access everywhere. So for example, if there is the museum case, and we have also small museums when this type of application is needed, remote start. And this museum don't have technical department which can manage everything. So they will call some technical skilled guy who can do that. It's you, and you can have management and access to all the devices. But with this panel, you can also give a control to the local person in the museum, so we can switch on and off the scheduler. So I will just quickly switch to the device interface that you see that there is set a scheduler. So if I will log in, you can see all the outputs are off. That's correct. Now, if I will switch now here on, I can do it also from the web interface. You see in the camera that it's online. And you can also see in a web browser that the output was switched. If not, just tell us, but I'm pretty sure you can. And here is also visible that this output has enabled scheduling. So that means it's enabled only during working hours between 9 and 17 every day, every working day. and it will be on automatically when the scheduler is on. Now it's not enabled because I manually switched off. Yeah, so that's the way how I can somehow change the status, for example, for one day until the next working day will come. Then the scheduling and the planning is again back in the row. So at this moment we are in working hours and everything is on. And now if I will go to the NETIO cloud, to the control, from this user interface, even from the user interface on the tablet, I can select, okay, but today we will have evening action, some event for some our sponsors or the municipality from our city. So we want to keep it longer. So we want to keep it on, and we will deactivate manually the scheduler. So I will do it now from the tablet, ProDVX tablet, and the scheduler will be deactivated. And in a few seconds, you will see that this icon in NETIO cloud just switch from green to transparent because the scheduler is not enabled. Once I can do it, for example, somebody from the staff will forget to set up it again and call, it was not turned on and whatever, some issue, you as a manager, you can go to NETIO cloud and just enable it back. And the output is set according to the schedule where it should be. And you can see now it's activated, and the same icon, it's visible also on the CAM. Again, small detail, it's hard to show, but this small icon shows that there is enabled scheduling. That's what Karla said in the showcase. So feel free to open and click and watch the video how you can switch on the output over the cloud. We'll be the first one. I'm not doing nothing now. Oh, somebody is using that. I will just share the credentials to the demo account that you will be able to have, for example, questions. So this is the URL, and credentials are demo and demo. And more or less that's all from the presentation, the showcase. And if you have some questions, I think it's good time to ask. Anybody from us can answer it.
Thank you, Bretislav. I have here a couple of questions from the audience. But before I go to the questions, I would like to highlight that everybody can download in the handouts ProDVX catalog and NETIO products catalogs. So feel free to do so. And during the presentation of Bretislav, I have been sharing with you the details where you could log into the demo system yourself with the username and password. You can check it always. And if you would like to have free of charge demo account, Bretislav, correct me if I'm wrong, you can always request it through demo@netio.eu. It is also shared in the chat.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, correct, everything correct, right?
This demo is running all the time, like 24/7. Just for this showcase, I put there these devices, which is on the table, and you can see it live. Yeah? Because usually we have their devices which are all of the types, and the customers will see it. And once you log in, you will see also other devices. But for this, in the group.
Okay. Perfect. Meanwhile, I have here a couple of questions, and they're mixed for Michael and for Karla and for Bretislav. From your side, maybe you can turn on your cameras, guys, so that we can see your faces.
Yes, we're going to do it. Thank you, Natalia.
Yeah, I will be in and leave the showcase.
Okay, perfect. So for all the participants, please feel free to ask questions. I will be reading them out for you. So the very first question is to Karla. What is the difference between Power Watchdog and the stand one?
So basically, we have the Power Watchdog is connected to power consumption on the product. So if you have device that has metering, then this device, this watchdog, will switch on and off the outputs based on the power consumption. If the power consumption drops lower than the range that you set up before, it can restart or turn off the outputs. The other watchdog is in all of the products that we have, and it's basically the IP one, so it responds to pings. It is not connected to any power, so you can connect it to as many IP addresses you want.
Okay, great. I have another question also for you. Do you have a temperature sensor? And maybe especially for me, you can also explain what it is.
We have it in preparation, and we are waiting for the new firmware to come out by the end of the year. But we have the first sensors prepared on stock, so it will come, and temperature sensor will be connected through the products that have digital input, and they will help you basically to restart the outputs based on temperatures. Usually people ask it when you have some racks and there is the temperatures can get a little bit too high. So if they get too high, it can trigger the output, let's say number 2, that is a ventilator, to start cooling the place down. So yes, it's coming.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now the question to Michael. We have got here a user of 10-inch device, and it runs on Android 9. And the question is if they can upgrade to Android 11.
Thank you, Natalia, for the question. The answer to the question is that currently the models of Android 9, they cannot be upgraded to any Android version higher than that. Simply the limitations where we have on the CPU. In the new roadmap where we're going to have in 2024, we're going to scale up to Android 12. We're not going to be the Android 10 and the Android 12. The reason why we're doing that from 9 to 12 is simply because the B2B market, it goes and gives us a flexibility to the new CPUs to start from Android 12 and then move forward to Android 13 and beyond that. That is simply the answer. Thank you.
Karla, I have a question here to you, which is also a little bit related to ProDVX. Do you have NETIO application on Google Play Store?
Yes, you can download it easily on from the NETIO Play Store. And we can also in this moment ask you to rate the new app, because our previous app was bad. You complained, and we decided to fix all of the issues. So yes, it's in the Google Play app for you.
That's
too?
wonderful news. Yes, because ProDVX has a 10-inch model, which is officially Google Enterprise certified, and it has got Google Play Store. So that means you can install on APPC 10 SLBE NETIO app straight from the Google Play Store, and also have the regular updates and so on. I can see that there are more questions popping up, and Karla is extremely popular today with questions. Can NETIO PDU be mounted to 19-inch rack? And it's a very specific question, so maybe you can first explain what PDU is and then tell us if it can be mounted.
So the PDU is a power distribution unit. It is one of the products that you saw with, let's say, the computer sockets. We have them with 4 and 9 and 8 outputs. It's basically, simply said, let's say it's a power strip, but it looks different. And yes, it can be mounted to 19-inch rack. We have different mounting kit that you can buy as accessories for vertical, horizontal, or anything else that you need. So even for 2 products together, so it is possible.
This is
This is a power distribution. Yes.
Okay, great. Guys, I see here that there is one more question for Michael Theophanous. So for the attendees who would still like to ask their questions, you have a perfect opportunity now to speak to Karla, to Michael, and to Bretislav. So please ask your questions. Meanwhile, I will be reading out the last question I have here from the audience to Michael Theophanous, and it's a question if 10-inch devices of ProDVX have HDMI port.
Thank you, Natalia. And the question is that yes, the 10-inch Android devices from ProDVX, they have HDMI port, but it's only out. It's not HDMI in. And that's a very important feature to mention that, because it's only for HDMI out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. And well, in the beginning of our webinar, we promised that we will be giving out the prizes for the participants. So ProDVX has two wonderful present boxes containing of the wireless charger for any mobile phone, for USB power bank, which is handy to have nowadays, and a couple of small things like pens and so on. So there will be two bags, two present packages given away. Michael is going to ask the questions, yes. And we have got the chat. Please try to answer your question in the chat, and the first answer to the first question gets one present box, and the first answer to the second question gets another present box, and then Karla can do the same.
Good. Thank you, Natalia. You see a nice glossy fancy bag where here,
if you turn it around, it will have ProDVX
okay,
logo.
we're going to do that with the ProDVX logo, Natalia, whatever you want. But what is inside is more valuable because you can use it for many purposes. The simple question number one is, how many BOGO pins connectors has the APPC 10X series? It was the answer in one of the slides in my presentation.
We have an answer here. Let me check. And it's a right answer. Only I'm trying to figure out how to... So it was Iporkatis who has given the right answer. So we will collect your contact details later to send it to you by DHL.
Okay, good. Thank you. The second one is, when is ProDVX founded? Which year? Not month, which year?
1974. Wrong answer.
Wrong answer. To give a hint, it was somewhere after 2010. It's a hint.
2012 is a wrong answer, but very close. 2014, like, you know, it's less than 2012. Let's put it this way. 2022, yes, we have Alton, who was the first one to give the right answer. It's 2011.
Yes.
And Alton, we will get in touch with you. I will send you an email. Alton Sa.
Okay.
We will send the package to Iporkatis and Alton by DHL today, I hope, or tomorrow latest. So now, Karla, please start your question sessions.
Okay, so the first one is more connected to the power consumption, if the energy saving was the topic today. So the question is, what is the power consumption range of NETIO products? It was listed on one of the slides.
And what is the right answer? Because I have got 1-2 watts, really a lot.
Yeah,
is it correct answer?
1 to 2? 1 to 2? Yes, it is.
Yes, 1 to 2 watts. David Marsden was the first one to give an answer. By the way, what are you going to give to David?
Ah, sorry, I didn't tell anyone what we are going to do. We are giving away half 500,000 credits for NETIO Cloud. As we were showing the application, you generally get some of the free credits, but with 500,000 you're going to be able to use it for much longer and with a nicer plan. So we will send you the voucher for the NETIO Cloud. And the second, you wrote down the name, right?
Yes.
Perfect. And the second question is, I would say a bit easier, is what is the best feature for saving the energy in NETIO products?
Is it scheduler?
Yes.
So Pavel Badjerchuk has given the right answer as the first one. So
Perfect.
guys,
Congratulations.
if you registered with the right email, at least I will be contacting you with the email that you registered with. Otherwise, give me your right email to find out your postal addresses. Well, from Karla, it will be by email.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you very much all for a webinar, and thank you very much to Michael, Karla, and Bretislav for their wonderful presentations. You know where to find us. You all have all our contact details, and after the webinar, we are also available to answer all your questions. And don't hesitate to get in touch with us. We will be very happy to follow up all your questions. And of course, you will be receiving the video of this webinar, which you can share with your colleagues in case you want to. And also the catalogs as well. So in case there are no questions anymore, I would like to thank you once again and close the webinar.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, and we will meet again.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to some emails.
Yeah. See you in Barcelona, maybe.
Yeah, yes, indeed,
Yeah.
I see.
I see.
Thank you, guys, and keep in touch. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.